Well, Cullen, thanks so much for making the trip here to the WCNC studios to talk about this new event that you've put together. Obviously, always wanting to give back, so I'm going to let you take it away. Tell me what you have in store for folks in Charlotte this
Ashley,
weekend.
thank you so much for having me. You know, we have always talked about, well, I have definitely talked about since the gold medal about how important it is to learn to swim. I started the Make a Splash initiative in 2009, and we are celebrating 14 years. It's been an absolute amazing experience, but we want to try to target more than just young swimmers. We want to try to get at all ages. And so I am a proud member of Kappa Alpha Psi, and so I am happy to present to Charlotte this summer or this weekend the Kappa Swim Klub. We are going to get so many kids in the pool and get them excited about the water, but more importantly, safer around the water looking towards this summer.
Yeah, and obviously doing it here in Charlotte. I know you live in Charlotte, but why have it here? And what are your hopes after doing the first one here in Charlotte? What's your vision for the future?
I'm happy you asked that because it actually started from the ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho. They started about 10 years ago with Swim 1922, and I was one of the ambassadors and athletes for that. And that was the focus, their focus was really focused on the female group in their sorority, but there's no male version of that. So the Kappa Swim Klub is going to be the male version of that. And so the hope is that we do this pilot program. We're going to bring it to our national program, and then hopefully we can instill this within the fraternity so that all chapters all over, and we are international, so we are in Dubai, we're all over the place, but we're going to start doing Learn to Swim, where we can start getting more and more people to learn how important it is to learn to swim, but also to enjoy the water in a way, and especially in a culture that normally does not think that swimming is for them.
Right, and I know that kind of goes back to your childhood even. We've talked about it, right? And how you actually got into the water and it became your career and your life's mission, right?
Very humble beginnings, Ashley, if you remember. Yeah, almost drowning at 5 and then getting into the pool and my parents saying, no, we're not going to do this again. We're going to get you swim lessons. And so it's become my life's mission, my dharma, everything that you want to call it. The universe has pushed me towards this.
Right.
So this is my way of giving back. And so, again, we have Make a Splash that really focuses on young children. The Kappa Swim Klub will also do the same, but we really want to talk to undergraduate students as well. We want to get them excited about getting into the water, because we know that once we have someone that knows how to swim, and if they become a parent, there's an 88% chance that they'll teach their child. So we're breaking generational barriers.
Absolutely, and you kind of touched on it, but obviously a passion of yours and a vision that you have. But you know, how do you foresee this helping young people of color?
You know, I think it's another avenue. Growing up in, Irvington, born in New York, swimming was always basketball. It was the big three: basketball, baseball, and football. That was the next step, how to get out of what we would consider the hood. For me, swimming was my outlet. So I want more and more, and my big thing is just illuminating the path that I took. I grew up in the Baptist faith. It took a village to get me here. So my goal is to try to help others to do that, to learn about swimming as well. And because it's a life-saving skill, we got to pass that information on.
Yeah, and you are retired now, but I love this. You said you're on the other side of the goggles, right? You said it. You said, all right, I'm retired. I'm on the other side of the goggles, but you're still so passionate about being near the sport. So why do you want to continue to give back to the sport that gave so much to you? I
have a little 3-year-old that stares me in the face every morning and says, Daddy, we go swimming? So I want him to not feel some of the things that I felt. There was racism when I was growing up swimming, and I mean, obviously in a political climate as of right now, and everything being a hot button when it comes to that, I want to try to make his experience around swimming as comfortable as possible. I can't fix everything, but what I can do is try to make this sport look like what the U.S. looks like and make it more inclusive for him. So, I'm on the board for USA Swimming. I work for Speedo, and one of the proud sponsors of this is Speedo Swim United. So I'm very excited to bring that, to partner with the Kappa Swim Klub and with USA Swimming. And so I'm hitting it at all angles, Ashley. I'm trying to do as much as I possibly can. But this weekend, I have to say, we put it up on Saturday. It is already sold out.
Wow.
So I am sorry for all those that want. You can hit me up on Instagram, on TikTok, hit me up on anything. We will figure out a way to do another one, and we'll definitely do one next year. But we are just so blessed to be able to kick this off as a pilot and to already see so many people willing and wanting to be a part of it.
Yeah, okay, so knowing that it's sold out already, we're talking on Monday, but how does that make you feel?
I mean, blessed, like beyond blessed, because let me tell you, when you put yourself out there, you get a little, nervous as the hope that everyone, I mean, it's just like putting out a post, right? We're all nervous before we put out a post. It's the same thing. We're doing a massive event and trying to get people to understand the importance of learning to swim in a culture that says, this is what we don't do. 64% of Black Americans don't know how to swim. 56% of Latin Americans don't know how to swim, and 38% of Caucasians don't know how to swim. This is a universal problem. So when I decide I'm gonna try this pilot and people are acceptive, I mean, it's a blessing. I feel great. And it means I got to show up on Saturday.
Yes, you got to bring your A game, which I am sure that you will. And before we wrap up, obviously, we got to look ahead to a year, 2024 Paris Olympics.
Yes.
Who are you excited to watch and see everything unfold in these trials that'll be coming up?
I'm a little partial to my team Speedo because, I work for sports marketing for Speedo, but, Caleb Dressel, of course, Katie Ledecky. She's got some big people in Australia that's going to be nipping at her toes, but she's the queen. She's going to win. Yeah. But I'm excited to see all of the new team because they're much younger. You got all the old folks like me retired, so we get to sit back and watch now. But it's going to be a fun one, and it's no COVID restriction.
Yes.
So that's what's going to be the most.
Awesome.
They're going to have an actual Olympic experience. So I'm excited for that.
All that's behind them. They get to go straight into 2024, embracing it.
Exactly.
It's in Paris, one of my favorite cities.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see how it unfolds. But let's go back for just a minute.
Yeah.
Obviously, world record holder. You were part of that awesome team that won gold back in 2008. You have multiple medals from the Olympics. Yeah. But when you reflect back, is there just one moment where you're just like, I cannot believe that's my Olympic memory?
Yeah, but some of them I can't talk. I'm kidding. No, the ones that definitely stand out is in 2008, I was a part of that world record relay. I was so excited, and I heard, Team USA come out, and you got people like my brother Phelps or Lochte that they hear their names all the time. I never heard my name. So in 2012, when I was going out there for the 100 and the 50 freestyle to be the premier sprinter and to hear Cullen Jones representing USA, that was always my goal. So that's my best moment.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you coming in to speak with us about all that you're doing in the community. Looking forward to seeing the turnout on Saturday and what's next for Cullen Jones.
Absolutely.